Come, come, whoever you are, you are welcome here. No matter your age, your size, the color of your eyes, your hair, your skin, you are welcome here. No matter how you came here, if you came alone or you came with others, you're welcome here. No matter whom you love or how you love, you are welcome here. No matter how you speak or whatever your abilities, you are welcome here. Whether you come with laughter in your heart or whatever are tears in your eyes, if you come here with an open mind, a loving heart, and willing hands, then you are indeed welcome here. Thank you, Jane. Welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of New Orleans, a congregation gathered in love since 1833 to seek wholeness and work for justice in the world. I am Beverly Rainbolt, and my pronouns are she, her, and y'all. If you're a visitor, or if you're a revisitor, you were here long ago and now you've come back to help us say farewell to the building, please, we invite you to raise your hands so that we can greet you. Visitors, yes. Yes, yes. As a lay-led congregation, we invite a variety of worship leaders from our congregation and the broader community to share messages with us and contribute in other parts of our service. Today, Leslie Runnels, Katie Shivani Gelfin, and I are honored to guide you through as we celebrate our first of your gray hymnal. And I'll read the regular font, and if you will respond with the italicized font. We gather today at a crossroads, the place of many tongues. But we are newcomers to this land. Know that we gather the spoils of colonialism and broken treaties. Acknowledging this history is just the first step. Only when we strive to make amends
Please remain as you are for the chalice lighting, which is titled, "The End is the Beginning." We call forth the life of our faith by igniting our chalice. This spark of new beginnings invites us into sacred space of communal reflection on where we have been and where we are going. Even knowing that this particular flame will intentionally end with our ritual extinguishing, we fear not its end. For we know with brave hearts that from every ending of our lives, we are sent forth to make a new beginning. Please remain as you are and join us in singing hymn number 1008 in your teal hymnal, When Our Heart is in a Holy Place. Thank you. You may be seated. Our Time for All Ages is a Sufi tale adopted and retold by Reverend Sidney Wilde, and it's called The Little Stream Called to the Sea. If you like, I invite you to close your eyes and imagine yourself as the little stream in the story. You can visualize yourself moving and changing as the stream does. You can connect to the emotions of the stream and notice how its story is like your own. Once there was a little stream that dreamed of flowing into the sea. The stream started in an aquifer, a large pool of water underground. But the call of the ocean was so strong that the stream pushed its way up through the nooks and cracks, up through the earth until it burst forth into the air and began its journey to the sea. As its waters bubbled to the surface, they ran down the hill, carving the stream bed into the earth. Sometimes the stream babbled as it traveled, sometimes it gurgled, sometimes it roared, and at times the stream traveled alone, and its waters were so clear that you could see the pebbles that lined its bed. At other times, the stream ran through great lakes, or tumbled over a cliff, or joined other streams to form a river, and then split again to travel alone. But always, always, the little stream yearned to flow into the sea. Sometimes the stream would run fast and deep and eager to reach the sea. Fish swam in its waters as it carried them swiftly on its journey. Sometimes the stream would grow wide and slow as it carried boats on its back along its journey. But always, always, the little stream yearned to flow into the sea. One day, just as the call of the ocean seemed to grow a bit stronger, the stream found itself growing sluggish, its waters thick with muck, until it sadly pooled into a brackish mud hole right at the edge of the desert. "Woe is me," thought the little stream. "Now I'll never get to the sea." It tried going around the desert, but the desert was too wide. It tried going under the desert, but the desert was too deep. Still, even with mud in its ears, the little stream heard the call of the ocean and yearned to flow into the sea. After what seemed like a long time, the stream just pooled there in the hot sun. It began to hear a second voice. "I can take you to the sea, little stream," whispered the wind. "Come with me and I'll carry you to the ocean shore." "How could you do that?" scoffed the stream. "You are only made of air." "I can carry you on a breeze," whispered the wind. "But you must be very brave, for you must let go of yourself and change." "I have changed many, but this will be different," said the wind. The little stream paused. Still deep within, it yearned to flow into the sea. And so the little stream let go, and the wind picked it up particle by particle. At first, the stream was scared, for it felt lost. It was no longer a stream, but somehow turned inside out and became moisture, swirling in the sky. The view was unlike anything the stream had ever seen before. Not only was the whole world laid out before it, but it was surrounded by sparkling jewels. Then, what had been the stream realized that all those sparkling jewels were a part of itself. Molecules of water, droplets of moisture sparkling in the light. What had been the little stream realized it was truly, for the sunlight had changed them into a rainbow. Then the little stream turned rainbow, felt itself falling and falling and falling, and all the other drops were falling too, until plop, 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 plop. All the drops ran together into a mighty river which rushed swiftly down a mountainside, across a coastal plain, and into the sea, where the waves pushed it back and pulled it forward, and the currents carried it out far into the pulsing depths of the ocean. The little stream was content. But I understand that every now and then the wind will breeze by, whispering to the currents of the sea, "Come with me, come with me." And the moisture will rise up into the wind, and the cycle will begin again.
Good morning to you all and to the walls of this sanctuary. We are gathering today for our farewell ceremony. We are only saying farewell to this building, as the congregation has found a new home at Rain Methodist Church. Before we can move and leave here, we must say goodbye. Ritu Gatori says, "Goodbyes make you think. They make you realize what you've had, what you've lost, and what you've taken for granted. what you've had, what you've lost, and what you've taken for granted. This morning's worship service will hold 3 rituals for saying goodbye and farewell to this building. First, a ritual of grief or relief, and then a ritual for gratitude and release, and finally, a ritual of honor and embrace. I will guide you through the first ritual of grief. Grief is an emotional, physical, and spiritual the price we pay for love. The only cure for grief is to grieve. So today, we will give that grief its space, and we will hold it here, and we will let go of it here. I know there are complex emotions around this move of letting this church home go, and you may not be feeling grief. You might be feeling relief. You may be feeling many things. All of these emotions are valid, worthy, and appropriate. The only cure for grief is to grieve. So let us grieve. And y'all can set up the chairs now. You should all have gotten a little bag when you came in. If you didn't get it, let the ushers know and they'll bring one to you. And don't go in it yet. It's got little surprises in it. First, I'm going to tell you the whole path of this grief ritual, and then I will take you through each piece when we begin. You don't need to open your bag yet, but in your little bag, you will find a little piece of purple paper and a pencil. The purple paper is special paper for this ritual. You'll be given some time to think about what you are grieving or what you are relieving. And we ask that you write that down on your piece of paper. When you are done, you'll crumble it up just a little, not like tight, 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 but just like this. And then the ushers are going to come along and collect them, and they will bring them up to this altar. When they get to the altar, Shivani and Beverly will light these griefs, that we can release these griefs here in this building. I want you to know that both ushers are aware of where the fire extinguishers are. There's one there, and there's one there, and they know how to pull off the little tab, pull the pin out, squeeze the handle, and point. We're not going to need them, but some of you might need to know that. As they are lighting your griefs, I will teach you a song that we will sing together while our griefs are transformed by fire. Let us grieve. You can open up your bag, find your purple piece of paper and your pencil. Write your grief, your relief, and then crumple the paper. And we will stay in silence for this part.
The second word is relief.
Grief or relief, or whatever you need to write down. The ushers will now come around and pick up your little crumpled pieces of grief from your heart. Any last ones? And just crumple it up a little bit. Our griefs are now at the altar. And we will begin to burn them and let them go, Shivani and Beverly. And we'll let just a few go in silence, and then we're going to sing a song together. Our griefs go up. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so we're going to sing a song. This is a song taught to us in this church. If you've been to the Community Sings with Wendy Moore O'Neill. So I'm going to start with just the words, and we'll do this call and response. The words are on your back of your order of worship, and they're very short. So just repeat after me. We have been burned. Burned by the fire. And we are ashes. Ashes and smoke. But we will rise higher and higher on the wings of compassion, justice, and hope. All right, let's sing it, call and response. So just sing back after me. We have been burned, burned by the fire, and we are ashes. Ashes and smoke. But we will rise higher and higher on the wings of compassion, justice and hope. All together now. We have been burned, burned by the fire, and we are ashes, ashes and smoke. But we will rise higher and higher on the wings of compassion, justice and hope. We have been burned, burned by the fire, and we are ashes, ashes and smoke. But we will rise higher and higher on the wings of compassion, justice and hope. We have been burned, burned by the fire, and we are ashes, ashes and smoke. We'll now enter into a moment of pastoral prayer, centering yourselves however you center to connect with whoever, however, whatever brings you into your wholeness. After the prayer is done, we'll have a few moments of silence, and then we will sing Voice Still and Small. Spirit of life, love, and liberation, tender hearts, tender memories, sweet relationships, beautiful ceremonies have come together in this sacred space, and sadness has come too, right here where it belongs. It is welcome here to be held in the love of this community. Our grief sings truth, and we hold gratitude that we grieve so deeply of a place, because our tears are just love in water's form. Around the world, others are also grieving a loss of place, as Palestinians watch their own religious buildings crumble from the weaponry paid for by United States funds. Even as their buildings fall, the people of Palestine have not lost their faith, and neither will we. We know our faith goes where we go. Spirit, let our love find its home in grief and in relief. And may our tender hearts always seek each other in every move we make, that we may be heard and seen and affirmed in love. Amen. Still and small, deep inside all, I hear you call, singing. In dark and rain, sorrow and pain, still you remain, singing. Calming my fears, quenching my tears, through all the years, singing.
It's okay to have gratitude for the beautiful music. Let it be is just another way of saying let it go, right? Release is letting go. Release is being let go. This building holds a lot of space in many people's hearts. For some, letting go is painful. For some, release is grief. Letting go of something you wanted to hold on to. Letting go of a dream or a plan for the future. Letting go of something you thought would be a part of your life for a long time. Or maybe letting go of the past and holding on to the memories, but feeling the grief. Releasing this building will be hard. Letting go is hard. This building holds space in a lot of people's minds. For some, release means being let go. For some, release is relief. For some, being released of the responsibility of this building will be freeing. Being relieved of the anxieties of owning and maintaining a large, old building, to have no worry about roof repair or AC repair, or free of worrying about the mortgage and finding renters to pay for the building. Being freed from a burden, being relieved of a worry. Release is letting go. Release is being let go. Release is grief. Release is relief. Release is a lifting of the burden. It's a letting go of a dream. Release is the ability to let go and fill that void that's left when you let go. How can we fill the void left by release? How can we hold both? Can we hold both relief and grief? It's okay to have feelings of loss and sadness. It's okay to let them go. It's okay not to have those feelings. It's okay to have a sense of relief with this release. So while you are thinking about what you will fill that void with, that space in your heart, that space in your heads, where this building has been, what will you fill that void with? While you're thinking about that, I invite you to open your ritual bag and pull out the card inside. First, look at the cover photo. You might want to look at your neighbor's cover photo because they're not all different, but there are many versions. What do you see? What do you see on the cover of the card? The building? Do you see the building? Do you see the sanctuary? Now look inside. What do you see on the inside of the card? You see the people. You see the building. You see the people. Which is the church? The church is the people. The building is not the church. The people are. The building is not the church. We are. The building is not the church. The people are the church. So when we release this building, it will mean vastly different things to people. When you release this building, you may be letting go of different feelings inside of you. You may feel grief and relief. You can feel both. When you look at this building, what do you feel grateful for? When you look at the building around you, when you look at the building in the photo, what do you feel grateful for? Can you take that gratitude and let gratitude fill that space that's in your heart? Let gratitude to this building fill that space that's in your head. So I invite you to fill that space with gratitude, and I invite you to write your gratitude on the back of the photo of the building. So you all have pencils, and you can write your gratitude. Write on the card what you are releasing, what you are letting go of, what gratitude you want to let go of the building with. What are you grateful to this building for? And once you have written your release, what I'd like you to do is very slowly and deliberately tear the building away from the people. Hold on to the people and let the building go. And take your cards with the gratitude written on them and place them on the altar. If you need for it to be private, you can place it photo up, or you can, if you want to share your gratitude, you can place it photo down. So we'll take some time now to let that gratitude in, share that gratitude on your card, and then put the card on the altar. That's a lot of gratitude that this building holds. And we'll leave this gratitude with us. We're going to take some of the soil, which will include remains, ashes from our memorial garden, with us. And we're going to replace it with our gratitude. So we'll dig at some point, we'll dig a hole in the memorial garden, take with us that dirt and ashes, and we'll leave the gratitude. Generosity is a spiritual discipline. We can now practice our act of giving either by placing your offering in the collection plate or by texting GIVE to 504-608-7030. Gifts to this community of faith are gratefully received. Let us acknowledge these gifts by reading together the words in our order of service. This gift from the abundance of my life blesses me, our ministries, and the world. Giving in the offering plate and pledging are only part of how we steward this congregation. There are countless other ways to serve. Packing is stewardship. And there will be a small packing party and cleaning out of a couple of closets this afternoon. Few of the worship team members are staying for that. If you'd like to share your stewardship with that, you are welcome to stay with us. And I do want to also announce at this time, next Sunday, we will not be here. Next Sunday, we will be sharing our celebration of Earth Day with the other UU churches in the area at CCUU. Weather permitting, we'll be out in the park across the street from CCUU and have an Earth Day celebration. You're invited to bring things for the altar that celebrate earth spirituality and the green man. And afterwards, stay for a picnic on the grounds, as they used to say. And they are encouraging people bring your own lunch, encouraging a meatless meal.
Yes, rain or shine. They'll be inside if it's raining. At 11 o'clock, not at 10:30, 11 o'clock. When you live somewhere for a long time, it becomes more than just a building. It becomes a character who develops a personality and a presence. And this building certainly has personality. Quite needy of attention and repair, however, also quite faithful, generous, full of beauty and mystery. We have trusted the sanctity of this space with our most precious rituals. Here we have blessed babies, spoken and witnessed holy vows, raised children, mourned the loss of beloveds, and transformed ourselves again and again. This building has held us through floods of tears, buttressed the justice-seeking missions of many community groups, and echoed the laughter and magic of our lives. As our 30-year partnership with this building comes to an end, we wish to say farewell by honoring it with the tenderness of our touch. We honor this building for all it did for us, for all it held for us, for what it taught us about ourselves, our church, and our community. When the music begins, you are invited to rise in body or spirit and move around the sanctuary, the narthex, even the bell tower, and with your hands gently touch the walls, the windows, the doors, the pulpit, bell ropes, anything that is a part of this building that calls to you or feels special to you in this moment. Use this as an opportunity to honor your personal relationship with the building and to say goodbye to this spiritual home. Think of it as giving a farewell hug to a loved one.
gentle. And that, we'll be proud of that too.
We will. I feel it. Beverly just went pretty that way too. She went that way.
We're enjoying the building too much.
I know.
We need to come back.
I'm about to start. 2 seconds. Please find your way back to your seat. From your seat, allow your eyes to wander around the sanctuary and rest for a moment on a part of the room that you find beautiful. Take a breath here and release. Now, allow your eyes to scan the faces of this community. Breathe into this sacred and beloved circle. We are the church. Together, we are brave. Together, we allow ourselves to change. Together, we are carried upon a breeze to the sea. Together, we make a new beginning. Blessed be. Please rise in body or spirit for the chalice extinguishing. The words are in your order of worship. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please remain standing and join us in singing our closing hymn, number 354, in the gray hymnal, We Laugh, We Cry.
This church is a place in our hearts and a way we live our lives. Wherever and however we gather, we bring and share the spirit of love and life. Let us invite that spirit to fill us now as we leave this space and enter into other spaces and places. And now, at the closing of this worship service, we invite you to come up and sing along with Jane to Building a New Way. Turn and greet your neighbors. Join us for coffee.
Yeah. It's along the ocean. Look like a sponge. I know, but there's